If you feel like a completely different person in your relationships right before your period's about to come, like suddenly you're overthinking everything, you're over analyzing, you're more sensitive, you're more easily triggered, or you even want to pull away from your partner, I need you to understand something, okay? You are not broken. You are not unlovable. This is not just PMDD. Your nervous system is heavily involved in this process, okay? We're going to talk about a few things when it comes to attachment style, the nervous system, and PMDD. So don't want to miss this. Today, we're going to talk about pillar 3 of the 5 pillars of healing from an insecure attachment style to secure attachment style. And I put my own little twist on it to relate it back to PMDD for my community, okay? But even if you don't have PMDD, these tips will work to help you get from insecure to secure. Now, if you missed the videos 1 and 2 on pillars 1 and 2, you're going to want to watch those first and do these steps as they go, okay? Now, let's get into it. Now, you can heal all your core wounds, you can work on validating yourself, but if your nervous system is still in overdrive, these practices are not going to stick long term. Okay, that's what happens when you start doing something and then you stop, or you fall back into old patterns, okay, because you're not healing the nervous system. Let's talk about how to do that. Now, especially during PMDD, you know the nervous system gets way more sensitive already, okay? So imagine if your baseline nervous system setting is already in survival mode. Then you add PMDD on top of that, okay? It's going to be so exasperated that it feels out of control, uncontrollable, and unbearable, okay? So just like in my other videos, we need to get our baseline level of our nervous system back into a calm state. If we're always heightened, we're always in survival mode, then we add PMDD on top of that, okay, it's gonna be, y'all know how it's going to be. Okay, so first let's work on being able to tone our vagus nerve. Now what that does is, without getting too sciencey on you guys, that helps you to be able to go from survival mode, sympathetic stress mode, to the parasympathetic rest and digest state more quickly and more easily. Okay, so we want to be able to practice this. Again, it's going to take practice, guys. I'm sorry, I wish there was a magic wand I can wave. Trust me, I would wave it over all of us. But you have to do the inner work, okay? Doing this over and over again will help you learn and tone your vagus nerve to be able to, when you get heightened, even when it does happen, it may still happen, okay? And then you can get out of it quicker, though. Instead of dwelling in it for hours and days and weeks at a time, you'll be able to get out of that survival mode quicker and quicker over time. Okay, for me now, instead of dwelling in it for days, you know what I mean, sometimes even weeks, for me it can be minutes. Okay, sometimes it's a few hours depending on what it is, but then it literally. Okay, so when our nervous system is activated, that means we are in survival mode. Also, during PMDD, the threat detection part of the brain is highly active, okay? And the part for logic and resolution is taking a nap, all right? And that is very unfortunate for us. But now that you have that information, you understand you need to do this inner work, steps 1 to all the 5 pillars, okay? This is a work of Dr. Thais Gibson. I love how she uses inner work to heal the attachment style, and I put my own twist on it with the PMDD relation, okay? So now we're going to talk about how to actually heal this. But let me say one more thing. People think that you're supposed to eliminate triggers, just cut everything off, eliminate triggers, only soft life, but that is not reality, okay? We cannot completely eliminate feelings of discomfort, triggers. Like I said before, the main goal is to be able to regulate more quickly and efficiently with less damage to our nervous system, without adding more damage to our nervous system, allowing the emotion to pass through our bodies, through our nervous system, without getting stuck and creating long-term damage. That is the goal, okay? Okay, so I really want you to use this practice, all right? It might sound simple, but it works, okay? Doing it consistently over time. Now, when you feel triggered, I want you to stop, do not act, do not make a decision. You are in control. You are the voice, you are the change. No matter what that voice is telling you, that you have to handle it now, that it's urgent, it's immediate, they did this to you, you are in control. Take a breath, hand on your heart wherever you feel called to place them, one on your womb, one on your belly, okay? You breathe in through your nose and exhale longer than you inhale. 4 through the nose, hold for 4, exhale for 6 or so. 6 breaths, okay? 6 counts, I mean. All right, when you do this, you instantly trigger the parasympathetic mode. When you slow down the breath, you slow down the heart rate, okay? You slow down the brain waves. This all is for a biological reason. People talk about breath for a reason. It's very important. Now, the other step with this, with regulating your nervous system and your triggers, you want to feel, where are you feeling triggered in your body? Okay, sometimes it's like that butterfly feeling in your stomach, your chest. Okay, sometimes your muscles, your arms, your shoulders get tight, your belly, your womb gets tight. You feel clenchy. Sometimes you get a headache. All right, where is this tension? Okay, where is this trigger living in your body? And then you can do steps to release that. Okay, if you guys want more information about this, if you want to know what are my core wounds, where are these triggers coming from, how can I get more inner work about healing my nervous system, check out my TikTok bio, and you will be able to get my free Luteal Phase Relief Guide, plus my 5 free journaling prompts on how to uncover core wounds and limited beliefs. All right, the stuff keeping you stuck, the subconscious thought patterns that are keeping you in these toxic cycles, and you're like, why? Consciously do I know what I want, but subconsciously I'm living in these triggers and patterns. Okay, DM me, put Ludio down in the comments or out, and I'll DM you, and we can go deeper into that. Okay, guys, now let's get some more tips. Don't go yet. Now, healing the nervous system is a choice. Again, guys, this is a choice. You have to be consistent, and you have to do these steps and believe. If you keep having a negative mindset, oh, that's not going to work, that's not going to change nothing, then it's just going to keep you in survival mode, okay? Now, breath is one. We talked about feeling into the body. Where is this coming from? Okay, doing the 5 free journaling prompts, the Life Blocks Decoded workbook. Well, it also has it'll teach you different inner works there. Now, grounding is also a good one, okay, guys? What we're doing here is not forcing, but gently guiding our bodies back to rest. Okay, you can put on a music, nature sounds, you can meditate, you can pray, you can take a walk, you can go outside and put your feet on the ground. Okay, you can paint, you can, anything that's gonna get your body from feeling whatever that feeling physically is. Once you can kind of move that through your body. Now, I talked about this in my other videos. You want to allow that emotion, that feeling to pass through you for at least 90 seconds. Allow yourself to feel it. What am I feeling? Why am I feeling this? What does that say about me? Maybe I value something. Maybe there's something I need. What is this feeling telling me? Okay? So, pillar 3, we went over pillar 1, which is core wounds, figuring out your core wounds, healing your core wounds. Pillar 2, self-validation. Start validating yourself. Know how that feels, okay? Learning what your needs are, your unmet needs are, okay? And now we just went over pillar 3, which is regulating the nervous system. All of these work together, ladies and gentlemen, to help you go from insecure attachment style to more secure attachment style, so you can have better relationships, better quality of life, plus more self-love, security, and being in control of your emotions and your destiny. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week for pillar 4. You don't want to miss it. Bye, guys.